All right, let's talk about Disney Springs. So, Disney Springs has had a few different names over the years, and now Disney Springs has become a shopping mecca. So, I think anyone and everyone can go downtown to Disney Springs. They have Sephora, um, they have like Tommy Bahama. They have a whole bunch of like upscale name brand stores. They also have a lot of different restaurants. They have some Disney shops. That's where we got the teas that I showed you and the spices. Let me just say, I have never seen something so packed. They also have like live bands and music out there, maybe some entertainment and things. But we went on a Sunday. So we took that little ferry that I showed you from our resort. And when we went over there, it was just a stock full of people on a Sunday night. And like we just weren't expecting that amount of people. Like it was so many people there. You would think that it was like a Christmas Eve or after Thanksgiving sale. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like mass full of people. And people were just lining up. Like you couldn't imagine eating there. I couldn't imagine going to a restaurant downtown there, Disney Springs, because you would be waiting forever if you didn't have a reservation already booked. We did manage to eat down there. It was okay. I can't even remember the restaurant that we ate at, but I know that it was a quick service. And we got a really bad Caesar salad, another salad. Uh, and it was just overpriced again for what it was. I felt that the people there were rude, not only the staff, but just the people in general around there were rude. Just this chronic frenzy of people like trying to buy stuff so it wasn't even nice to just browse around and shop. It was just this, you know, frustrating, like people moving in front of you here, there, everywhere. And so it was just not a very good experience. I've been to Disney Springs several times when it was different, names. It used to be called Downtown Disney, and it used to be called Pleasure Island before any of that. And I've been there, like I said, several times, and it's never been so chaotic as it was this time around. And that's why I felt like this is just, I'm just over it. I'm just over the Disney, the whole hype about it. I know that you're going to see other people's opinions, but for a Sunday night, like really, it should have been, less crowded than that, to be honest. But it was just ridiculous. And so Disney Springs was just not something that I would recommend. There was this huge line. I'm talking huge line. And I know that it was going to be like that for this particular cookie store called Gideon's. My mom watches all the Disney vloggers on YouTube, and she really wanted to go to the Gideon's Bakery and get a cookie. She had her heart set on it, but again, like, we didn't take the wheelchair with us. We just didn't know that it was going to be hard for her to walk uh, all that stuff, and plus the mass amount of people. We weren't expecting that amount of people to be there on a Sunday night. So my mom she just retracted, and she was like, I'm just gonna sit down and you can just go and explore. So I did, and yeah, there's no way that she was gonna walk all that and get through the mass amount of people. Um, but yeah, for people to line up, I mean, we're talking like hours to eat a cookie. There's something wrong with that. To me, in my moral standards, there's just something wrong with that. Um, but yeah, she didn't get to eat her cookie. Oh well. There's other cookies at other places, and it's just the morale, I think, at Disney Springs that it just turned me off. It just felt unnecessary, basically. Just unnecessary madness is what it was. And see that thing on my glasses. So yeah, so to me, downtown Disney Springs, whatever you want to call it, um, I think it's a skip, to be honest. I wouldn't go down there if someone dragged me down there. I definitely would not go down there. I'm sure it has its moments where it's not as chaotic and busy as it was that night that we went. It was just one of those nights, guys. It was just one of those nights that it wasn't a good night to go to Disney Springs. But I'm sure there's lots of other times where it's very pleasant. But when you're on vacation, you get what you get. And so yeah, that was my experience with Disney Springs.